been a crazy week in Save Before Quitting content and stuff. Yeah. So we had the last video of the Super Mario Party go live. That was a pretty good episode.
And it's so hard to say goodbye to Mario Party. You can end the show right there, ladies. I know that did something.
Thanks for listening to the Save Before Quitting podcast. You can reach out to us on our socials at Save Before Quitting, letter B, number 4.
Sign me. Record deal.
That's all we do in this podcast, like hire us or sign us or give us money.
It's fine because eventually we're going to get to a point where we're just say we have so many offers that we're like, I'm sorry, we asked you to sign us and hire us before and you didn't do it. That was just
crack open a bang.
Crack open a bang.
But no, we had an interesting week when it comes to the podcast and also our social media. If you guys are tuning in, last week we tweeted Project Storm was coming soon.
It's
coming. And then if you listened to the podcast last week, you realized that we pranked you.
It wasn't coming. It tried to come and Walmart couldn't pull it off.
Pretty much.
Walmart hired us to create Project Storm.
It'll be just as amount of an actual thing as we made it. It'll be nothing.
I mean, we could make it something.
Sure. Maybe.
I don't know what it would be.
Probably not. But we posted a TikTok of that. It's on our Instagram and Twitter. I don't know if it's up yet, but we'll make it up as at some point. Go check it out on TikTok. It's funny. We pranked you guys. Get wrecked, losers. But we love you.
3 of you who fell for that.
Yeah. It was very hard to keep that a secret because, like, I remember Lucas came up to me in my cube and he was like, "So what's Project Storm?" And I'm like, "Just gotta wait, man." And then like Nico was messaging us in the Discord and he was like, "So is it like an actual secret or is it like, can you tell me?" And I'm like, "Bruh, it's nothing."
Man, Project Storm is whatever you want it to be.
That might be the moral of the story. Project Storm is whatever you want it to be, and it can be everything and anything that you want it in your life. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Create your own storm of positivity. That is also a project.
Truth. But speaking of storms, social media went ablaze this week.
Ablizzy.
With Sony's announcement of the new PlayStation controllers. I want to bring it up in the intro because I love them.
I was weak.
You were weak.
Well, you didn't actively voice that you were going to hold off and things are coming out. I'm in the Discord.
I don't have self-control, sir.
That's what I said after the fact. Because I'm like, well, set the table first. Explain the controllers.
Okay, so Sony comes out and announces 2 new controllers for the PlayStation 5. Same model that we know, but they're different colors. There is a midnight black, and what was the other one called? Like crimson something? Like crimson
red or hold on.
Crimson tampon. I don't know. But it was cool looking.
Crimson tampon.
I couldn't think of anything red. Apple.
There's
Crimson.
some mad things that are red before you get to tampon.
Crimson your t-shirt.
There we go. And your hoodie.
True. For you audio amigos listening on Thursday, that was great for you.
Cosmic red.
Cosmic red. Wow.
And midnight black.
Don't they have like little sparklies in them too? Like it's kind of like sparkly.
They do?
Like it like looks like it's sparkly. Like it almost has like a metal flake, like almost like gunmetal look.
Maybe I didn't look hard enough. I think I just saw it and was like, I'm buying it.
I could be high.
High off that bang.
Yes.
You're all banged up. Bang.
Yes.
You gotta, come on. We're killing it with the catchphrases.
I feel like we need to start like making like TikTok and Instagram videos like every episode that we've like shouted out bang for free until they actually give us shit.
And just make a super clip, like just all the bangs.
Honestly though, like if I could be honest, I'd rather personally have G Fuel or Game Fuel from Mountain Dew. Because I very much like those two.
Nah, make it work for you.
Yeah. But bang is also great. But pretty much those got announced. I was foaming at the mouth because
we all were.
Yeah. If you've seen our previous YouTube video where I received the D brand dark plates, you saw that my console is now matte black, and I had put a Miles Morales decal on it, which was bright red.
You did.
So in my head, I'm like, well, I really want red because it's cool, but also black because of my black plates. But oh, wait, I put that decal on there.
Got to coordinate.
Por que no los dos. So I bought both of them.
Got to.
Yeah, I bought both. I got the free shipping because I'm a PlayStation dude.
Same. I didn't get both, though. I got the black one.
You just got black, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I saw them and I was like, I'm going to like make them like specific controllers for specific things. So like my red one's going to be like my like, I don't know, like campaign driven games. My black one's going to be for like late night gaming. And then my white one's just going to be my first person shooter.
Midnight black.
Yeah. It's just going to be like my nighttime, like, I don't know, like just chilling out, like watching some Netflix, with my black controller, my midnight black.
You getting
a little sensual.
No, I thought the other way. I'm like, you get a girl to come over and be like, come on, I gotta break out the cosmic red controller for the passionate evening we're about to have.
Oh, I thought that was a reference to like me calling it Crimson Tampon. You get a woman over and you're like, here's my red controller.
No. You like this tampon controller?
Relatable, am I right, ladies? But
he looks up, she's gone.
Yes.
There's no woman there.
But since social media exploded, on Sony's advertisement for the controllers, there was a specific phrase that they used when advertising the new controllers. And I will scroll down a little bit. A little bit. So if you look at the ad, which I'll put on the video version of the podcast, if not, go to our Twitter. We responded to them on Wario64's post when they posted it. It says, heighten your senses. And then it advertises the two colors. Mm-hmm. So I was feeling a little frisky that day.
That's why I got the red controller.
Yeah. I purchased both controllers, so I was feeling it. And I was like, you know what? They stole something from a very popular brand.
Chris's favorite brand.
They're not my favorite, but I love them if they give me money. So I tagged at 5Gum, the official page of 5Gum, and said, they bootlegged your catchphrase, which we all know is like, heighten your senses or stimulate your senses, something along those lines. And they tweeted back to us, the Save Before Quitting podcast, with a singular word of shade, which, immediately I was like, oh, fuck yeah, getting retweet a response from a verified account. We're fucking lit, dude. We fucking...
I thought we were on at that point. Like, yes, we're about to get all the gum followers to follow us.
There was not many fucking likes on our shit, which kind of pissed me off. We got one like besides from 5Gum, and it was from @TheNakedPops. And it's literally...
I saw the account.
It's literally Pops from the regular show, but naked. So that's cool. Shout out.
Come on the show, Pops.
If you're listening, hopefully.
I love to.
That was a good Pops impression. I like that.
I do what I can.
Can you do Muscle Man? I can do Muscle Man.
Come on the show, but I'm not going to come with my mom.
Hey, bro. So then after that, I said, gotta look out for the original senses stimulator. Or is it all an elaborate secret collaboration between you guys for a 5Gum wrap controller?
So many people have turned off the podcast now.
Why, bro?
But yeah, so I tweeted them and I said that. I said, gotta look out for the original senses stimulator. Gave them the, the hand gesture for all you audio amigos. Or is this an elaborate secret collaboration between you guys and a 5Gum wrapped controller? Because I don't know if you, back in high school, that was the shit with 5Gum. With their wrappers. Did you ever know what you could do with those wrappers? You could peel the...
We weren't in high school at the same time.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But you could peel the shiny, like the glittery part off of the actual paper, and that would stick to things. No, and it was almost like a you never seen like gold leaf before, where you like stick it to something and like so you could do that, and like in high school it was like you would take it off and you would put it on like your like notebooks or some shit. So I have this idea in my head.
Oh shit! Run, everyone, run!
This is how we get 5Gum to sponsor us. We're gonna buy a fresh white controller.
Okay.
And what we're gonna do, and this is where my prop comes in. I'm going to reach to the side for all you audio amigos. This is great. I just sound a couple inches away. I hit Wawa, America's favorite place. And I picked up, while I also picked up my Bang, hashtag add Bang Energy, I also picked up a packet
of 5 gum.
Of 5 gum that is also, if you would like to take a look, Avengers, the video game.
Oh, man, you picked up the one for you.
Every pack unlocks in-game content details. That's so great that you did that for that great game. Hashtag ad, Square Enix, give us money. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to take the wrappers of this and wrap a controller. The same way that I wrapped controllers or my composition books in high school.
So it's PlayStation 5 gum.
It's PlayStation 5 gum wrapped controller.
PlayStation 5 gum episode title.
And that's how we get them to give us money. So like this like shiny part. Oh, this is even better because it's Avengers color. Like they have like Avengers on it. You can't see this if you're listening to the audio
Everything comes
podcast.
back to Avengers.
But there is a code. I will. You know what? Here's a fun thing. I'll show the code to the camera, but the camera's so bad so you can't see. So good luck. If you play Avengers, we'll give you that code for free on our social media when this podcast
What does the code
comes.
get them?
In-game content.
What's the content?
I don't know. It says in-game content.
Why
would it spoil what you get?
All the Avengers are chewing
Would
gum.
you like a piece of gum?
Sure. I would chew it, but that's bad podcast etiquette.
That's a good point. I wasn't thinking about that. But yes. So I will be doing that, and we will be sponsored by 5 Gum. Now here's another thing that I found out about 5 Gum. Mm-hmm. They have another brand of gum called Respawn.
What are the odds of that?
We love Respawn, the game company, but it's called Respawn because it's like game fuel. It's like energy gum.
They have that? I didn't know that was a thing.
Energy gum, I think. And it like heightens your senses so you can game better. So, we do this. We get in with 5 Gum. 5 Gum gets over us to Respawn. And then we get to Respawn, the gum company. But then the Respawn that we know and love, that we shout out every week because we fucking love them from here and back.
Right.
They talk to us. It's all a big scheme. It's all a plan. It's all in the works. I have it planned out.
5 Gum and Respawn eventually hear this episode and they'll be like, oh, you were trying to...
I'm trying to fuck with all y'all. I just shouted out every brand I shouted out Wawa for fuck's sake.
We are the Shillcast.
Listen, yes. But also, I very much love all those products, actually. I very much love 5 Gum. That was very much the high school gum. Mm-hmm. And then Bang Energy is great. And Wawa, I go to almost every fucking day.
True, we are supporting these brands,
So, while it is a free hashtag ad, if you'd like to give us money, give us money. Please. But this is more of a meme more than anything.
Buy these controllers for us and these games coming out.
It's more of a meme more than anything, to be completely honest, but I also think it's funny. And just funny. Playing up the hashtag ad memery of it, and then also buying a controller to wrap it with 5 Gum wrapper shiny stuff.
People are going to be tweeting that poor controller. Why would you do such a thing?
It's just a white PlayStation controller, which are on the shelves all over the place. And here's the thing. Once that controller is wrapped, you cannot use that because it will like rub off 100%.
Oh, this is really a prop. Like, it can't even be used after that.
It will be in the background of our podcast for years to come. But yeah, I thought that'd be a funny meme. And it's even better that it's Avengers themed 5 Gum, I think.
Yeah, that's just like serendipitous. That's some shit like we couldn't even plan for.
Yeah. I do like that the paper is also Avengers themed. I will say that's pretty neat. I might need to get a regular pack of 5 Gum in order to have just the 5, like the number 5 on it. So it's actual 5 Gum. But yeah. So if you listen to the Save Before Quitting podcast and you play the Avengers game, check out our social media. Look at the description of this podcast and there will be a code for a free digital content for you. First come, first serve. Whoever gets it first, GG. Whoever gets it second, you don't get shit because that's not how codes work.
It's not. That's the
Hell
law.
Yeah. And that's the clap take at the same time as being a meme. Look at that fucking multitasking 5-head.
Chris clearly came here to quarterback this podcast
I came here
because
to
he's killing this shit right now. I feel like I haven't been funny enough. How was I funny last time?
You sang in the beginning, dude.
Oh, yeah,
you
I did
literally
sing
sang at the beginning. What do you mean? You introed the show with the glorious vocal cords of a god.
I am a god.
Okay.
I forgot I was a god.
That's not where I was going with that, but okay.
God.
You are inevitable.
Ooh, I'm a god. I just completely ruined the singing. I was saying way better in the beginning than just now. The fact that they don't tell you what the content is that you're getting from the 5 Gum.
You that.
It's bullshit.
They had there was like toys you could get that were like blind bags, but they were balls for Rocket League. You would get like wind up Rocket League cars, and it would come with in-game content, and you weren't told what you get. It was just like, you get something,
But
be happy. Fuck you. You bought something for $3. Here's actual content.
not only that, but it's the fact that there's probably millions of packs of this gum, so it can't be.
It's the same thing. It's just that code specifically unlocks it for one person.
I can't see a kid at home like, Mom, go take me to buy 5 gum. I need to know what the content is.
True. But if they were listening to the podcast, they would have gotten that code.
True.
#ad 5gum and Avengers. Look at that, dude. See, I feel like this is the full circle of #ad. Like, it kind of comes around in a very nice way. It's only 5 calories, right?
It's 5 calories, 0
great.
grams of sugar.
No sugar? That's awesome.
This is a hilarious intro. Added sugars 0.
None. Oh my god, how is it so sweet and tasty?
That's because it all at the bottom in small print it says 30% fewer calories than sugared gum.
That's so great. Holy crap. I can have less sugar in my diet. I can get nice and healthy by chewing this gum, and my breath smells great, and I stimulate my senses.
Yes. 5 gum #ad.
Boom. But yeah, at the end of the day.
Contains bioengineered food ingredients.
All right, we're going to cut that part out.
Level up. Gamers, welcome back. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are feeling empowered. We are here. We are powered up. Empowered up. I am Ant.
I'm Chris.
And as always, save before quitting. Letter B number 4 on Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. What's the other one?
It's the thing we talked about in the intro.
Twitter.
There you go.
And save before quitting, fully spelled out, at gmail.com. Correct, right? I didn't mess anything up again, did I?
No, you're good. Yeah,
All
that
right.
was it. That was
All
it.
right.
Yeah. We got a couple questions this week from some old faces. And by faces, I mean voices, because obviously you don't see their face. But yeah, we got a couple questions this week that we'll be covering towards the end of the podcast. If you'd like to be featured, please shoot us an email with any questions.
Please.
Comments, concerns. I am
I'm
burpy
terrified.
whenever I drink Bang, and I apologize for the people that listen to this
It was
in
worse than
headphones.
the last one.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just a part of the brand. But whenever I drink, that,
somebody come here for the burps.
yeah, that's weird.
You burp so good. You burp so good.
Visible on comfort. But yes,
That's what a listener is saying. Not me, of course.
yeah. So the first section, every single time that we start this podcast, the number one segment that leads to conversation every week that we need to figure out a jingle for. Probably at some point, but
keep saying
most
it. We gotta
likely
do
not
it.
soon at any point. What did we play this week?
Oh, Way Out.
We did play Way
I
Out.
had
Fuck,
to
you're right. I forgot about that, actually.
And thank goodness, because I made that joke on the stream because I didn't play anything else.
Yes, we played A Way Out on twitch.tv/save the letter B, the number 4 quitting. If you missed that, what the fuck? But you're fine, because we're
Yeah.
going to post it to YouTube this week, so you can go check that out right now.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it was very fun. The best was me trying to censor your character's ass and dick with your face.
Yes. My face was... I'll just make the joke because I already started. My face was on dick.
I mean, I wasn't going to make that joke. But
No homo. Pause.
I mean, it was covering the dick. It wasn't on the dick.
There was... Let's just spell it out. There was a picture of my face. Well, the video of my face
Yes.
dragged onto a video game that was showing butts.
Yeah. Pretty much.
block it.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm assuming I'm going to have to make a TikTok of that because it's fucking hilarious.
Got to.
But there's a part where Ant's character, which I can't remember the name of, actually.
I don't remember either one of their names now.
We'll play again sometime next week at some point as well. Follow us on Twitter and TikTok. and Twitch so that you know when we go live next time.
It's
Hit that
also
alert.
Friday, May 14th, just to give you context of time.
So at some point during the week, we went live playing that game, and you might have missed it. And if you missed it, that's your own fault. So make sure that you go and hit that alert button so that when we go live, you know, so you can be live for all of the antics.
Please.
We have the Twitch chat on the screen. So if you say something, it will be a part of the video. And we talk about it in the video.
Come be a part of the madness.
But yeah, Ant's character was getting processed in jail, as my character was already in jail. And as I'm like walking around talking to prisoners, the screen gets bigger on your side, and the guy tells you to strip down to nothing, which I thought was just funny. And then
I thought it was like cut or something.
Yeah. No, there was no cuts. Pretty much was just bare ass on the screen for a while that I had to manually cover with Ant's camera because like I was just like I have to cover this because Twitch, and then also it will be posted on YouTube. So
why are
I was
you hating
like,
on butts, Twitch?
I mean, it's nudity specifically.
It's butts for the people.
True.
We all have a
the
butt.
problem was it wasn't just butts because I thought it was over. And it wasn't over, and then he turns slightly to the side after being hosed down, and all you see is this man's uncircumcised digital dick. And Digi-dick that had to get covered again. And then on top of that, you get in a lineup of a bunch of other dudes who are way too fucking ripped. I don't know if you noticed that.
I know they were in really good shape. They were in jail. Well, no, they just got there.
Yeah, they just got to jail, and they were fucking shredded. And they all had their dicks out and their asses out.
Police on the radar. Go arrest diesel motherfuckers.
Apparently, dude, they just went to the fucking WWE and just arrested everyone there with six-packs.
Digi-dick, digital penis, Digi-dick are the champions. That's going to pick up an audio of me hitting the table, but I do not care. Everybody go play a way out.
I'm trying to think of how to like incorporate the verse of that song. Where it's like, change into digital monster. How do you change that to be about dicks? Like,
you just replace monsters with the word dick.
Circumcise your digital dicks.
Now you're adding circumcision to it. Look, when I
They were circumcised. I could see it. Twitch could see it. And I was not okay with it.
You are analyzing. I didn't realize that.
I wasn't. I was scared for my life because I thought we were about to lose our Twitch. As you could see from one of the people in our chat who said, well, I was here for the last Save Before Quitting stream before they got banned, which we weren't. So thankfully, that's a cool thing.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
But yeah, that was really fun. I had a fun time with it. The QTEs are so
hilarious.
Bad. They're bad and also good at the same time.
They're great.
Yeah. But once we finish that, we'll most likely end up playing the second game that came out from them, which is...
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. That's getting like... lots of love.
People are loving that.
Yeah. I keep seeing the specific scene where, like, you kill that elephant, you know? Like, the elephant plush. Like, that's the only scene I keep seeing, because it's always, like, a dude playing it with his girlfriend. And, like, the girlfriend's, like, weeping.
Right.
And then, this isn't a spoiler for the game, because if you haven't seen that, then you just don't have social media, in my opinion, because it's been posted fucking everywhere. And, like, you just have to, like, as a couple, push this stuffed animal elephant off of the table, which kills it, air quotes.
Air quotes.
But, like,
kills it.
It's just a stuffed animal and it lands on the floor. No big deal.
Man, there's been so many clips of that game. People do really love it, though.
It looks good and it looks like fun. Mm-hmm. It's definitely an upgrade from A Way Out. It actually looks like the characters move around better, too.
Yeah.
Like, in this game, I feel hindered in this game.
Yeah, but see, it's hard to tell because I can't tell if it's just, is it hindered because that's the experience they want you to have, or is it hindered because of a technical thing?
I mean, just like the way that like the character moves and shit. Like, I don't know. It just feels very, almost like a PS3 game, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like very like cut and dry. Like, this is what you do. This is where you got to be. Almost like a Telltale game.
Okay, all right.
Like it's like you don't really have control of what's happening.
Like on rails, almost.
Yeah.
Almost. They're not fully on it, but they're constantly guiding you.
Yeah, and it's very stiff. Like the animation's very stiff. Like there's no fluid motions that are happening. The fluid motions suck. Like when they poured the drink. Oh god. But anyway. Yeah, that was really fun on Twitch.
It was.
Go watch it on Twitch
We'll
when we
do
play
more
it
of those.
next time.
That was fun.
Yeah. Is that all you played this week?
That is all I played.
Sheesh, man.
I know.
Yeah, you gotta get back into Returnal, man.
Oh, I'm definitely getting back into Returnal.
Yeah. I feel like you need to
Returnal.
play that tonight. You gotta beat that first boss, man.
I know.
I don't want to like pull you away from like your duties as a husband and father, but also like you're stuck in a cycle, sir. You need to get out of it.
No, I want to go back. I've been thinking about it. I want to play it.
Yeah.
Too much to play. Too much.
Yeah, there's that, and then I also want to get you to play Apex with me at some point with the arenas game mode.
Yeah, I do want to play that too.
I've been playing that this week. It's been fun. I played with the Haptic Intel guys, as always.
Right.
We fucking slap every single time we play arenas. We start off with arenas, win like 10 to 12 games, maybe 1 or 2 losses, and then hop into BR, have a bad time, and then just get off.
Have a bad time?
Yeah, the BR is annoying to us now because of how good arenas is. I just played with Lucas, who sends us questions, and my brother the other night. I think it was like a night or two ago, and that went surprisingly well. Our first game didn't go well, and then after that, we just started to like gel a little bit more.
Right.
And we were getting kills here and there and winning games, so that was fun. It was also fun because my brother's girlfriend was there because he graduates from college this weekend, and like they went to the same school, so like they're getting ready for the ceremony and shit. And she was out talking to my parents, and like she was like getting pissed at him, like I'm here, like we should be hanging out and blah 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 blah. And he's like, well, I'm just finishing this game. And she goes out and talks to my parents, and he's like, cue it up, go 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 go. And then we play another game.
I've been there.
We finish the game. She's still talking. He's like, go 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 go.
Listen, I
We played
remember
7 games.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
You gotta buy that time. Like you're in that moment, you gotta take advantage of every minute. I remember playing Warzone back when I was playing all the time. And it would be like 1 a.m, and I'm like, I have to get up in 4 hours.
Hell yeah.
And I'm just like, we're still playing, so we'll turn it off. I'm like, all right, that's my last one. And you're about to get off, and they're like, shout out to Grammatic, shout out to J-Bar. We're in the headphones. I just hear them like, they just ready up, like, no, fuck that, ready up. I'm like, no, I gotta go. Like, fuck that. Next thing you know, the screen comes on, like,
can't leave on
dropping
heater, man.
in. I'm just like, turn around, it's 3:10 a.m.
Yeah.
I was like,
you
well,
just like leave
tired
for work
day
right
tomorrow.
from there.
And then I'm texting them at 7 a.m, like, fuck you both. I'm dying at work now.
Luckily, the people that I play with don't play like that, which is nice. Like, because they like are like, yeah, I have work tomorrow. Even though, like, I would 100% play till 3 a.m. and be like, I don't give a fuck, because I don't care at my job at the moment. I mean, at least in the future I will, because of recent events. But previously, I would just be like, yeah, I don't really care. I don't really need to be awake for most of this shit. But yeah.
And now look.
Now look at us. Look at us. We are sponsored by Five Gum. Put it out in the world.
Yeah, right. No, fuck that. If we're gonna put something out in the world, we're not gonna stop at 5 Gum.
True. No,
it's not gonna matter.
Don't talk shit on Five Gum. Five Gum is great.
No.
Five Gum is fucking great.
5 Gum will also be in our future.
True.
But it won't matter in the future because we'll be doing this for a living.
Yes, we 100% will. I'm feeling good, man, this week. I'm feeling fucking good. Speaking of
I can
feeling
tell.
good, did you do any of the exercise challenge that I gave you last week?
No.
Cool, because I didn't either. I did not wake up one time this week. I set my alarm every day this week for 4:30 and 5, so that I would wake up at 4:30 and be like slightly awake, and then at 5 be like, okay, time to go for jog in morning. I slept till 6:30 every day when I normally leave at 6.
Motivation.
Yeah.
You could do it too. Not work out.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
What was the challenge again? What did I have
For
to do?
you, it was like after editing 10 minutes of the pod, do like push-ups or jumping jacks or some shit. It's like some sort of physical activity so that you're just not in the chair the whole time. And then mine was like the same thing. Okay, don't hit the camera because I don't want to do this again.
This is going to look bad.
So let me just scoot back.
That's right. We're gonna...
Audio amigos. This is a great time. Ant has done 4 push-ups, 5 push-ups, 6 push-ups, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11, and 12, and 13, and 14, and 15, and 16, and 17, and 18.
Great audio content.
And 20, and 21, and 22, and 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
20... 30, maybe? 20, 30? That's right. That's right.
I'll sit up again. All right, well, that was a thing that happened for all you audio amigos. And just did 30 push-ups.
Because we were recording for 30 minutes. So I did 30 push-ups.
Was that actually the logic you had when you did that? Or was it just that you stopped at 30?
I just looked at where we were at.
Okay. I didn't know if that was the thing or if you were just like...
That's right. Bring some energy to this podcast. We need some wacky shit to happen. 30 push-ups on the show. Video games.
I'm not doing that.
I didn't ask you to do that.
Cool. Just so that's established. Just we're gonna establish some ground rules. I'm not doing that shit. But yeah.
Woo!
So now I 100% need to wake up and do that tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't do that either. Besides Apex though, I don't think I've played anything else either. I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon Go here and there because, like, you know, when you're at your cube at work, you know, you gotta, pass the
catch
time.
those Pokies.
That
and those
too.
Mons. Well, I guess catch those Mons.
It's just the Mons, yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's been a time. It's been a weird, busy week. Some not so great things happen. Some good stuff happen. I don't know what this weekend's gonna hold. To be fair, I don't know what the fuck's happening. To be completely honest, happening. I don't. You know that I don't, and you know that you don't.
I'm putting it out into the universe because it's going to be a great, fantastic weekend for you.
Hopefully,
it will be.
I hope so.
We're going to come back next week, and Chris is going to tell us how amazing his weekend was.
Well, let's hope so. If not,
at least tomorrow. Not that
Sunday's going to be great.
No, Sunday's pretty amazing.
Yeah, Sunday's.
But I'm talking about on a about you personal level.
We'll see. But yeah. So that's a thing. Other than that, I don't think I played too much. It was just the way out and Apex. I've been high on Apex as of late because of how much I love arenas. Like it is the end all be all of what that game should have been, and I love it. Mm-hmm. They did nerf the fuck out of the bow because it was way too overpowered.
That was your shit too.
While they didn't super nerf it, they definitely you could feel it. Mm-hmm. They dropped it from 70 damage per shot to 60. Well, you think in your head like that's only 10 damage, like what the fuck? With 3 shots you could kill someone at 70 damage. But with 60 damage you have to do it within 4 to 5 shots. And that's with like a full power shot and then like also not including headshots, XYZ Elemental P, gotcha. Bringing that back.
Alphabet.
Yeah. But Great fucking kids. I still love it, man. I still love it.
You should.
There were some weird issues this week that we were having when me and the guys from Haptic Intel were playing, where the first 2 games we played, we got into lobbies with like teams that had like one player that was lagging so bad that you could not hit a shot on them, and it made me so mad. I almost threw my controller. Like I was that fucking
you're gonna
close.
Be that guy,
dude. I was so close because I was like, I'm hitting my shots, and you can see because it would do the animation of like. The little blood poof of like the splatter and like the little light up of like the armor, but like it wasn't doing damage and the person wasn't dying, but I was definitely hitting the shots and you could see it happening, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm like doing the shit, I'm doing the thing, it's showing me that I'm doing the thing, but then the thing's not happening,
right? And
then that person ends up killing me because obviously I'm not shooting at them technically, so they have like free reign to just melt me.
Got you.
Which was fucking rage inducing. Yeah. It was only the first couple of games that happened. After that, then we just went on our win streak, but we just go on because like it's that fun. Like once you get in a groove and you're just like fucking like flowing with it, like you get your loadout, you know what you're using every single round. Even if you want to switch it up, you just feel good. And like you just play people and like make sure that they can't make moves on you and shit. And it's so fucking good. There was a glitch that happened though, as well. That was not game breaking, but there on one of the maps there is like this the Wraith character. There's like a portal you can take to get to a different area of the map. Underneath one of them, there was a rock because it's like a rocky map.
Okay, all right.
That rock was not a solid object in the game. It was just a texture. So what happened was...
You got stuck in there?
Oh, no. A full team of 3 all crouched into the rock. And then we were looking around for them and can't find them. And I think it was me... It was when me, Lucas, and Ryan were playing. So we played before. I played with the Haptic guys this week. And Lucas was playing Bloodhound, I think, and he did the scan, which, like, shows what the enemies are.
Yeah.
And he literally did it straight at that rock. And this was before we knew about the glitch. Mm-hmm. Didn't show up.
Oh, so it's a glitch.
So it was a bad glitch. And, like, we're like, where the fuck are they? And then, like, we're all facing the opposite direction of where they should have been. And they're in this little rock, invisible, all three of them. And they just start shooting from inside that rock.
Oh, that's some bull.
And fucking melt the shit out of all of us.
How'd you find out? The kill cam?
Well, like, once you die and you're knocked, you can see where, like, you can, like, move around and whatnot. So I turn around and look where the bullets came from, and I see, like, two of them come out of the rock. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then, to preface this, we won that game because every round after that,
you hit
the Pathfinder would, like, use his fucking hook to try and get over to it. Like, when we would, like, because you flip-flop sides, and it's only on one side that it would happen.
Right.
So, like, he would be on the opposite side, and we're on the side of the ghost rock. And he would fucking swing over and try to get there before we were there. But we knocked him every time because we're like, you're playing like a fucking idiot, dude. Like, you're just trying to be like a haha, look at me, I can do this. So then I go to play with the Haptic guys, and Apex actually tweeted out, and they're like, we're aware of it. And if you use this to your advantage and you get reported for cheating, your account will be banned.
That'll stop you.
So, like,
you would think that'll stop
love Respawn. Love them. It was funny, too, because I went to...
transparency is A1.
I love you, Respawn. Please, fucking give us gum.
Give us gum.
Give us
Pay
gum.
us in gum.
Honestly, yeah. You ever sell packs of gums in high school? You sell it like a stick off to people?
Listen, I'm not selling a whole bunch of gum to pay my mortgage. I don't think it's going to work.
If it worked, though, then. But it was funny. The next day, I went to go show the Haptic guys, and what they did to fix the problem before they could patch it out, they did like a hot fix. They took another rock, a slightly smaller rock.
The rocks will fix it.
And they put it inside of the rock that you can go inside of that was dubbed the Ghost Rock. So, like, the Ghost Rock is like this big rock that all three of you could fit in. And they put a slightly smaller rock in there that was a solid object that, like, if you tried to walk into it, you would see it, but it wouldn't be able to put your whole body into the rock anymore. I'm like, the rock knows how to fix shit. Yeah, so that was a fun thing that happened. I almost I screamed so loud when that happened when I was playing with, like, Lucas around. I was like, what the fuck was that bullshit? And I was so mad, but then we won the game, and I was like, fuck you, bitches. I was, like, shooting their dead bodies and shit.
Dwayne the Ghost Rock Johnson.
He's going ghost. Dwayne the Rock Johnson in the live-action Danny Phantom movie. He's the box ghost.
Phantom Rock.
But
come on, because he's Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yes.
What am I doing on this show today?
You're just singing, man. You're just in a mood.
Got a song in my heart. I mean, I'm pumped. I just did push-ups, so now,
yeah, you're feeling it. Hell yeah. We got to play Resi after this, too. That's another thing.
Oh, come on, man. Sorry, y'all. Phone call.
All right, we're back. What were we talking about?
I said I was pumped because I just
the push-ups and stuff. Hell yeah. But no, it's a good feeling. Probably gonna play more games this coming week. Obviously, we got to play Resi tonight, the night we record. There will be another video of Resident Evil live on the YouTube channel right now. That is from our first playthrough. And if you watched the first episode, which you should have, and if you haven't, pause right here and go watch it. I'll wait. Welcome back. Okay, cool.
Happy to have you.
Glad that you watched it. As you could tell, there was slightly an issue with the audio. We're working through that. We're trying to figure it out. If it isn't figured out by the episode that you just watched today and the second episode, it should be by the third episode. It definitely isn't for the second episode because those are from the same recording.
We're aware of the problem, though.
Yeah, we're aware, and we know nobody has actually brought it up so far, which is weird. Maybe it's just me who notices it, but like at the same...
Well, of course we're going to notice it.
Yeah, but it's very noticeable, like audio just cuts for some random reason. We're figuring it out. Yeah. We'll get it fixed, obviously.
Thanks for bearing with us.
Yeah, bear with us. Obviously, we're going to have little flubs and stuff going on because that's kind of the gist of the podcast. We just have stuff go wrong and then we fix it.
When you're also growing with us. We're,
nothing's perfect and we don't want to be perfect because being perfect doesn't get you 5 gum sponsorships. Give us money.
5 gum with sponsors so you can buy new equipment.
Hell yeah. But other than that, we're moving in to the news.
Oh, now look who's singing.
Yeah, it's like when the lights go down in the city. That's where I was at my head.
To the news.
Either that or like, what's the one song with like, you know?
That could have, what you, that little bit.
That is there is a specific song that makes sense with that drum fill.
I can feel
that one, yeah.
Calling. Phil Collins in the air of the night.
Yeah, I don't know names. You know this. I'm bad at names.
Hold on.
Hey, what's the name of the character you played in The Way Out?
I don't fucking know.
Exactly. Thank you very much. That's my fucking point.
We played it one time, and they're not like it's not like they're memorable characters. They're not icons or anything.
You're not wrong. All right. So into the news, we have something from the PlayStation.
Something.
Yeah.
I got you.
The Wario 64 one. Is that the most recent one we didn't cover, right?
More than 25 titles are in development for the PlayStation 5. Nearly half are new IP, according to the PlayStation Studios head, Herman Hulst. Jim Ryan was quoted to say, "We see production ramping up over the summer and certainly into the second half of the year, and we could hope to see some sort of return to normality in terms of balance between supply and demand during that period." But biggest thing to take from that, a follow-up was also tweeted out. Something to keep in mind regarding the 25 PlayStation 5 first-party titles in development. Number one, a good chunk of these games are probably years away. These games range from small to big, from indie to AAA. The number probably includes partnerships as well, including their new studio acquisitions like Haven, Firewall, etc.
That's exciting, man.
Yeah.
We're moving into an era of just like straight up next gen, and it's starting to be very, very fun to see where we're going. The first one that we're talking about with like next gen, at least with PS5, is still Ratchet, right? That's what we
I think
we're not
PS5
counting Demon Souls still, right?
No, I'm not counting.
Yeah,
because they even said that Demon Souls still played like
a PS4 game.
The PS3.
Oh shit, my bad.
And it was like stiff, kind of. So it still had those mechanics. It just looked really pretty.
Gotcha. So it just had the visual aspect.
Right. Ratchet, I feel like that is the first full-blown AAA next, quote-unquote, next-gen game to me.
Hell yeah.
You could say that about Returnal, but I think...
That's PS4, though. We got it on PS4.
No.
You can pay it on PS4.
You can?
I'm pretty sure you can.
All right, well...
I think so.
Shut my mouth.
I'll Google it while you continue speaking. I'm sorry.
But I do think that Ratchet is for sure the big next-gen game. That's going to show the capabilities of PS5 better than anything.
I was wrong. Sorry.
So it was just a PS5?
It was just PS5, yeah. Right. My bad. I thought I saw like shitty graphics versions of it, so I was like assuming that it was PS4.
Understood.
But apparently people just had very bad graphic issues, and that's a different thing.
So I think with that being said, Ratchet is definitely... I think that Ratchet is made from the ground up, straight up PlayStation 5. It looks, from what we've seen so far, it looks almost better than anything we've seen.
Do we have anything...
Fidelity-wise.
Do we have anything confirmed yet for the first one for Xbox? Being like the first next gen for them, or nothing yet?
Halo.
But like that's not even technically... There's not a date yet. They just keep pushing it back,
It's
right?
just holiday.
Yeah. That's crazy to me, is that while obviously PS5 is like our preferred one, I mean, at least for me it is, like you kind of are a Sony boy, but like more of a Nintendo, I guess. Like, it's crazy that Xbox would come out swinging with their new system, but not have any games to back it up.
Because they banked everything on Halo and it wasn't ready.
Yeah. And then that's even crazier to me. It's like, I don't think Halo is enough to bank it on. Like, that's not, like, while Halo can be good, that's not something you bank a whole system on.
I think it is only, in their scenario, only based on the fact that the way they were, like, pitching this Halo, and when they showed the original, like, was it E3? The original demo that we saw of the new Halo Infinite, it looked next gen. It looked ridiculous. Yeah. With that whole what was it? Was it like a cutscene? They were inside the ship and they wake up, man. It looked crazy.
Yeah, I think we saw that at the Game Awards, right?
Oh, it was Game Awards.
I think that was Game Awards, and then we saw gameplay at the Game Awards, didn't we? Because remember we saw, or maybe that was something separate.
But no, they showed, I think it was something else, but they eventually, after that initial one that I was just talking about, they showed gameplay and it looked like it wasn't ready, and it wasn't, and that's when they delayed it.
I still remember the funniest part to me about that, and I've said it numerous times in the podcast before, is like when that gameplay happened, everyone was so hype about it, and like Master Chief was like walking around, because I assume you're playing as Master Chief at least at that part, and then he starts running, and people were so pissed. They were like, "Why is he running?" Blah 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 blah. Because like I guess in the OG games you could only walk, and that was it, and like they wanted it to be like that, and I'm like, why?
Why are you mad at that though?
Why can't the boy run? What's wrong with the boy running? Or girl? I don't actually think we know. To be fair, do we know?
He's Master Chief.
Do we know that? Okay, I don't know.
Unless it's a girl with a
I don't
very
know.
deep voice.
I've never played a Master Chief driven game.
Well, no, they.
Well, I mean, Halo doesn't always have Master Chief in it, does it? Isn't there some games that have not him in it?
Halo Wars? What's it called?
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of characters that are not Master Chief. They just started like an action figure line, and there's so many that are like. There's like different Titan, like I forget their names. It was like Titan something. And then there's one that looks like Master Chief, but like slicker almost. And he came with like the energy blade and like there's like a chick with like a robot arm. Like who the fuck is that?
See, and I'll be honest, I don't know the Halo verse. Like I played
Halo verse.
I played the first 2 Halo games. Mm-hmm. I mean, I liked them enough for the time, but I never kept up with it. This one I was going to get, obviously, because it's like the spark of the new generation of Xbox. Plus, it looked really good. Plus, you can tell they're widening it, the scope of it. They said it's more open world. There's a grappling hook. And like you said, he runs, which is not a problem for anybody who had a problem with that.
That's weird.
They made it more frenetic and fast-paced. I'm like, okay, now you're giving it the energy I need to make me want to go play Halo again.
Gotcha.
It's not just a simple, like, story-driven first-person shooter. They're adding things to make it like almost not exactly like it, but Doom-esque, where they remade Doom for PS4, and now it's super fast-paced and actiony. Okay. So with that being said, it made me more excited to play this Halo game.
So is there anything besides that Halo that Xbox even has brought to the table as like their next gen? Because like I feel like there isn't.
Halo, Forza, because they're always going to make a Forza.
But I don't count those as like...
No, at the Game Awards, they're bringing back Perfect Dark.
Okay.
That's exclusive. I think more are going to be revealed at E3. And I could be forgetting some, but those are the 3 that immediately spring to mind.
Gotcha.
Because I was really excited to see Perfect Dark on that Game Awards trailer.
All right. But... yeah, I don't know. It's weird seeing like where PlayStation is, because even though like most of the games that have been released so far, you can still get on PS4, like Miles and shit like that. Like, it's weird to see Xbox have almost nothing, and like PS5 is like we know they're making shit. Obviously, Xbox and Microsoft could be making shit, and obviously they have to be behind closed curtains, obviously.
Plus, they acquired all those studios. You know there's shit coming.
There's definitely a fallout coming within like the next year or so, I assume. From Bethesda.
And the rumor is that what's that Bethesda game? The space game.
StarCraft?
No.
Star Fox.
No. Yep, for Xbox coming soon.
You heard it here first.
Fuck.
Starfield. Is that actually
Starfield?
It? I don't know. I was just putting words together that sound okay.
It's one of the most anticipated Bethesda games.
Gotcha.
And the rumor is, because people didn't know if it was going to still drop for PS5 and just be Microsoft, like it was just going to be a Microsoft game coming to PS5. But
is Deathloop Bethesda?
Deathloop is Bethesda, but it's everywhere, because before they made the contract with Microsoft, that was already planned to go everywhere, and they're kind of...
Is that only next gen? Or is that not confirmed yet? Do we not know?
I'm not sure. I want to say it's only PS5 and Xbox Series X and probably PC. But
GG's.
Starfield is going to be a big deal when it drops. Elder Scrolls.
Anything Skyrim related.
Yeah, that's going to be a big deal when it drops. And I think those are Xbox exclusive.
Gotcha. Okay.
So they have some things that people are looking forward to that are only coming to Xbox.
All right. Well, I mean, things are coming. I feel like we're in a weird in between where it's like we're getting some stuff where it's like pointing to us where we're going, like with the whole like Ratchet thing, like what if it's this for that, like, you know, like a test for that with the Miles and like Spider-Man theories and whatnot. And that was kind of like a, not to disparage Ratchet, but like there's Kira, there's like so much more coming for PlayStation that like we're like, we want this and we know it's coming and we know the dates and like X, Y, and Z.
It's like we said on the podcast before. I think 2022 is going to be the jumping off point to like, okay, we are solely focused on next gen, and everything that was being made for next gen in 2020 and forward is going to start dropping in 2022, 23. And I honestly think that's when Xbox is going to finally, that other foot is going to come down from all those studios that they acquired. So anything they've probably been working on from the time they got acquired right before the next gen systems came out up to next year and the year after are finally going to start trickling out. And I think that's when Xbox is going to hit their stride software wise. PlayStation is still king. No one's knocking PlayStation off.
Yeah.
They got, number one, they were already winning, and they got way too much of a head start by the time Xbox starts dropping exclusives. So I'm not even talking in terms of the console war. I'm talking, if you have an Xbox and you're looking for exclusives, that's going to be the time where they're finally going to start coming. Next year and the year after is going to be like what PS5 is about to start doing, starting with Ratchet.
I'm curious how much the exclusives are going to matter too for Xbox. Because like, I don't see there being a game or any sort of like exclusive that makes me want to buy an Xbox.
No. You are, but
because
Xbox,
I have a PC.
Exactly, but that's what I'm about to say. Xbox isn't necessarily trying to sell you consoles. I think it was put out that Sony and Microsoft sell all their consoles at a loss. They're not making profit off it.
It's mainly the games that they're getting money
Software is what they make all their money from. And in like the end, like I'm sure Sony started making money on PS4 in the latter years once it hit like 100 million consoles sold. Or whatever.
Gotcha.
But Xbox is trying to get you into the ecosystem. It's an ecosystem thing. That's why Game Pass is. They're just like, they even said we don't care what you play it on.
Yeah.
Get Game Pass.
That's a good point.
Because
honestly,
now all those exclusives and the third party games, if you can play them on Game Pass, that's way more of an incentive to join the Xbox ecosystem than buying the console.
True. I still think they need to fucking... one thing that makes me like hesitant about Game Pass is that I hate the launcher on PC for Xbox. Like, it's still in beta, and like it sucks. Like, it's complete.
I've never seen
ass.
it, so yeah.
Like, it's just hard to navigate. You don't know what you're doing. You can't tell which games are for Game Pass, which games you need to pay for. And then when you're on a Game Pass game, it like still has the option to pay for it for some reason. This could be also like updated because I haven't been on Game Pass on my PC in about like 2 months maybe, so it could be updated. But like from like my previous attempts of like, oh yeah, I want to play this game, and it'd be like, cool, pay $60. I'm like, well, I'm not doing that. And then like there's a button to the side that's like, well, download because you have Game Pass. I'm like, why are you offering for me to pay money for it? Like, no, I have Game Pass. I'm never gonna pay money for a game if I have Game Pass. If you're giving it to me for free,
right?
That's just stupid.
And that's the thing. Like, not everything that's on the consoles on the PC, and you got to navigate that. But I know their exclusive games. They said straight up like they'll first day Game Pass.
Yeah.
So that's a really great incentive.
Except for that one game that we played.
Oh, Outriders.
Yeah. Fuck you.
But that's not exclusive anyway.
I don't give a fuck.
So
not giving it me for free on Game Pass. Assholes.
So you got Game Pass, and them exclusive Xbox games start coming out. They don't even want you to get. They're just like, just play them somewhere, but join Game Pass because the money they're probably making on Game Pass, I don't think they're probably making a profit yet. But it's just they're just doing the people a service with that fucking with that service.
They're just creating a trust between people more than anything else. Because once they put out more shit, then they'll be like, well, they've been hooking me up with Game Pass for so long. Now I want this. Or like there's going to be like a Game Pass Plus where you get something else maybe, or I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good time, man, in the next couple of years. I mean, it's a good time now, to be fair.
Right.
There's so many games that are out. Like, I want to play Mass Effect right now, but I don't want to spend the money on it. I want to play Ratchet, but I need to spend the money on it, even though I bought both controllers. Like, there's just so much coming. I'm like, I don't know how much Kira is going to be, or if they're going to do the thing with, like, Oddworld where they just drop it for free. Like, we don't even know about it. Dope. I would love that so much. But
Ratchet is my priority.
Yeah.
I bought the black controller, and I barely wanted to do that because I was like, I don't play.
Wasn't that one cheaper too? That one's like 62, and like the red one was like 72.
No, it was 70 for the black one. I think the red one was like 75 or something like that.
What the fuck, bro? Sony? The hell? What the fuck?
It costs money to make things red. I don't know.
Apparently.
But and we look like money because we're red. Red.
By
Hire us.
$5.
The color red. Hire us.
That's the title of the podcast there. The color red.
Definitely. What the fuck were you? Oh yeah. So yeah, for me it was like Mass Effect is out. I've never played it. I've been waiting for this remaster, but Ratchet comes out way too close to it, and I have to make a choice at that point.
You know, Mass Effect's gonna go on sale in like 2 months.
You took the words out of my mouth. So I was like, I'll just get Ratchet because Mass Effect is a collection from BioWare.
Yeah.
So by July, Mass Effect will be like $40,
Yeah.
and that's when I'll get it.
Yeah, man. I want to play it, but it's one of those things. Just like Ratchet is the priority at the end of the day. Like that game looks too beautiful, and it's the first PlayStation 5 game exclusive that's going to be something that
takes
fucking
advantage
knocks
of
our
the
socks
hardware.
off, dude. It's gonna be so good. Oh,
Because like we said, while we love Returnal, I feel like Returnal could easily be a PS4 game if they wanted to put it there.
That's why I thought it was, because like this could be PS4, but the graphics kind of.
Looking at Ratchet is like, there's no way that could be on PS4. Not with the way that game loads instantly into different areas. There's no way PS4 can handle that game.
Dude, I can't wait to use the adaptive triggers on that. Like, I hope every single gun is different with the adaptive triggers, and you have to like learn how to use each gun.
I can see them doing that though.
Dude, that'd be so nice. But yeah, that's how we feel about PlayStation. Next in the news, which isn't really news, it's more of like a why thing. Speaking of Resident Evil 8, there is a mod that has been made that takes our lovely Lady D, Lady Double D's, as you could probably say, and puts her in a skin-tight suit as opposed to her flowing white dress. And it's a very lacy skin-tight suit that's very, revealing of her curvatures.
Look, Chris can't even compose
I'm losing
himself
my grip on reality.
on that ass.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, there's
On Jesus Christ's ass.
there's that. That's all I have to say about
What's
it.
the name of the mod though?
It's called Thick with 2 C's Lady Dimitrescu mod.
Thick.
Yeah, and that's only on PC, obviously. You're not getting that on your PlayStation 5 or Xbox.
Sony puts up, download the Thick Lady D mod.
Yeah. So that's a thing. It's not news. If you want to watch the video, go watch it. There was one where it was like, I guess you can get like a fly swatter in the game for some fucking reason. Don't know why you would ever need that.
We'll find out.
But there was like a video of like, it was before the mod came out, of someone using the fly swatter and just fighting her and just smacking her ass with the fly swatter, which was so fucking stupid. I'm like, come on, man. And then like the guy dies in the end, which was also like, bro.
People could not wait to fuck with Lady D.
Literally.
In that game.
Quite literally.
Quite literally.
But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. On to actual news. E3 2021 plans. So there's more details about that. Is there going to be an online portal / app that functions as a key hub? They will be hosted events, virtual booths, forums, and more with interactive overlays. And the main broadcast, which is like the main show, will be on Twitch, YouTube, and other places, and most likely on our Twitch, because we've applied to do the partner stream as well, as we did with the Game Awards. We'll hear back from them soon, most likely.
Hopefully.
Once the schedule for E3 gets released, we will definitely be covering that. If anything, we'll have to do like I don't know if we can both request off every single day of it. Obviously, if we can't, then we'll do like an every other day thing, maybe.
I think it depends on when everything is shown.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the main show they would not do during a time where everyone's at work. That would be kind of stupid.
Time zones, man. I think they're going to like do it. Well,
I mean, technically E3 is an American show if you think about it. Like, it's hosted in America. It
could just be like West Coast. They're 3 hours.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you would think that they would do it at least, though, after everyone's done work because they want the most eyes on this thing. I think the main show of E3, like the main show, like there's going to be the shows throughout the week, but like there's going to be like the big ticket ones. I feel like they got to do that like end of week after work.
From past E3s, this is what I've... Xbox and PlayStation are usually in the evening.
Mm-hmm. And then, like,
Nintendo is always during the day.
Because they don't give a fuck. They're like, always. We know that you want to see us.
And I remember when the Mario Odyssey trailer first came out. Was it the trailer or was it just gameplay? One or the other. No. It was the year after they showed the trailer where they just showed someone playing it. No, because it came out the same year. I don't remember. Some Mario content came out. And I couldn't get off, work. And so wherever I went at work, I had to, have my phone, I'm just watching it.
Yeah, rightfully so. It's important shit.
But then after that, I think when, Smash Ultimate was revealed and they said that it was coming during E3, I took off. I took a half day, raced home, and got in front of a TV so I could see that in its glory.
Hell yeah.
I think then the E3 after that, whenever Nintendo's presentation came on, after that Mario thing, I was like, I have to be somewhere where I'm not bothered and I have to watch this.
I mean, hey man, it's definitely worth taking off for because it's the gamer event. It's the one. While the Game Awards is great and whatnot, and it's celebrating games, E3 is it. And I'm very curious to see who some of the presenters are. I really hope they get some of the G4 guys going there because now that G4 TV is coming back. And we have the new host and the old host coming. We have Austin Creed, and then we have
Shout out to Austin Creed, man.
I fucking love Austin Creed, dude. That video that I sent you the other day of him playing bass while roller skating, I was like, I love you,
way
sir.
Too much of a talented man, Austin Creed.
Sir, I wanna do things. Trombone. Anyway, moving on.
Before we move off of that, not what you said. That was
trombone.
Some other shit.
He plays the trombone on WWE programming.
You wanted to do things.
Do things, yeah. Hang out, go out for fries and a burger sometime. Go get a milkshake and discuss games. Go to an arcade and play Tekken and shit. Or,
Chris tweeting Austin Creed just all caps. I want to eat fries with you.
Do you want to fuck?
Whoa! I wasn't even going to go that far.
Bleep that. Bleep.
You want to?
Thank you.
I'll put that there.
That's the second time we've done that.
I know.
It's just going to keep happening.
It has to now. I was listening to a podcast with him on it, and he was talking about how, he buys all these arcade machines and puts them in his house, and he bought, I don't know if you remember this game, arcade game called Virtual On. You're in these mech suits, and they have, 2 joysticks. It's dope.
It sounds so familiar.
It's a dope arcade. I had it on, Dreamcast, and I loved that game. But he said he bought the big booth version of the arcade machine. It has the giant
one that has
seat.
the thing in the back.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he said that, and I was like, I want to go to Austin Creed's house.
I think everyone wants to go to Austin Creed's house, to be fair. He has a tour of his house, I think, on YouTube for the Up Up Down Down channel. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that I've seen it before. And it's fucking great. Austin Creed, we love you. You're doing great things.
He also said,
keep it tight.
Chris really loves you.
No, that's his catchphrase at the end of every Up Up Down.
No, you just got really intense.
Keep it tight, man. Keep it tight.
You looking him in his eyes.
Keep it tight.
You looking him up and down.
Keep it tight. Anyway.
That's staying in the show.
That's a TikTok. Fucking A.
All right, what's next?
Next is some sad news.
No, it isn't. This is obvious news.
It's obvious news, but it's fucking sad. Am I wrong?
We've said this for episodes.
Are you still not sad?
Not really.
You're not sad.
I'm only not. Listen,
that's me in you.
That's you.
For your opinion.
That's you at night with Austin Creed.
Keep it tight.
I'm only not sad because I was ready. It's not surprising. I wasn't prepared to get it.
I'm not.
So I'm not mad at it.
I'm not surprised. I'm just sad. Bless me. Sorry,
bless you.
No, you're good.
Now I feel
it's
like
fine. No, it's fine. Fuck you. Keep it tight.
Oh, now I'm not. Now I'm not sorry.
Anyway, but no, I'm just sad because it's I want at least something. I know we knew that it was going to get delayed. We knew it.
All right, we didn't even say what it was. God of War Ragnarok release date reportedly delayed. Which, duh.
Yes, duh. But it's sad because, like, I want that game so bad. It's obvious that it would get pushed back. Obviously, because of the times we live in and the situation of the world. But it's still sad. You can't tell me that you're not sad about that.
I want to play that game more than most games, of course.
Yes. So that's why it's sad.
I am sad that I won't be able to play it sooner, but I already knew I wouldn't be able to play it sooner.
Yes. But it's like, it's the confirmation of that. It's like,
did you think there wouldn't be at some point?
No, that's the thing. It's like, you know in your head you're like, it's gonna get pushed back. But then once it's actually told to you, you're just like, fuck, I knew it, but like now it hurts to know. You know what I mean?
I get you.
It's like the confirmation while we knew it was coming, while we obviously knew it was gonna get pushed back. It just stings a little bit because then it makes it real. You know, because us just assuming is like us putting it out in the universe. So yeah, it's gonna get delayed. But then if it didn't, when we're like, oh my god, it's gonna get delayed.
I think unless this is a power play, unless they purposely put this news out just to be like psych at E3, but I think
it could also just. Is it like factually like they said it?
It's all but announced, pretty much. Insider information.
Sad.
I think, and the insider information came from like super credible sources. The fact that we've seen nothing else up to this point, not even like a cutscene trailer, because we haven't seen any of Horizon either, but we got cutscene. We saw what in-game stuff would look like. We saw it. There's a trailer for it.
Yeah.
And they still have given us up-to-date information here and there about that game. So it's safe to say, like, that would be a surprise if it got delayed. This, we saw a logo. And it's all we've ever seen. Unless, you know what kind of power play they would have to do? Like, E3 would have to come, and they would have to be like, oh yeah, November 2021, and it would be like that would be the surprise of the year. But the fact that we've seen nothing else, they'd have to show in game and give us a release date of this year at E3.
I feel like they can show something. They're going to show something at E3. They have to.
I'm sure they will, but it definitely not going to come out. That's when they're going to get you with the 1-2 punch. It's going to be like, look how amazing this is. But then it's going to be like 2022. He's like, and then they're going to give the usual delayed game response of, we want to give players the best experience. All so right, due CDPR. To that fact, we're going to push it to next year. What'd you say?
I said, all right, CDPR. That was a joke because they're bad. But yeah, I don't know.
I got it once you said, you had me at CDPR.
It killed me. But yeah, I'm just sad because it's like the confirmation of like, yeah, you're not getting it anytime soon is sad. It's just that little extra confirmation. It's the twisting of the knife. Like the knife was already in us, but now you twisted it.
Right.
And I'm like, I knew you were going to twist the knife, but like I was waiting for you to like maybe just say, hey, I'm not going to twist the knife and take it out and then be like, here's a Band-Aid, you know? And then the Band-Aid is the game coming out, you know? But at the same time, it's okay. It's okay. I want the best for the game. It's okay. I swear it's okay. It's okay.
PlayStation would also have to move all their shit around.
Yeah.
Because God of War is obviously the bomb. That's the biggest thing.
It's thebomb.com.
What you said.
Am I the father now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just meant the big thing. You meant the bomb from the 90s. And I'm the OG. Austin Creed.
Keep it tight.
That's the name of the episode. Anyway.
Hell yeah. That'll get us a fucking listen from him. It'll be like, why the fuck are they stealing my catchphrase?
Come on the show, Austin Creed.
Honestly, I would love you to come on the show, and I would love to talk to you about WWE and how it's amazing, and how I would like to hear your feelings on AEW. While I know that the company you work for doesn't like to talk about AEW, I'd like to hear how you feel about them, if that was able to be a thing, and if you're excited for the game.
We're definitely going to add Austin Creed and make a clip of that.
I mean, we already have a clip of me saying to keep it tight and looking lovingly in the camera. Now we just have like specifics of like, I actually want to ask you things on your opinion, even though you might not be able to, because that's a thing. Because where he works isn't the most approving of other places.
Understand.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Austin Creed just takes the air out of the room every time.
Austin Creed, you're so dreamy. But
what show am I on?
the Austin Creed show.
AC, the AC show. The next Assassin's Creed is not going to be called Assassin's Creed. It's going to be called Austin Creed.
Honestly, though, the next Assassin's Creed, it'd be really cool if it was Austin Creed as the assassin. Like him as the game model, if you think about that.
Did you hear he's looking for somebody to make him a game?
Yeah.
He said it on this podcast I was listening to, and I was like, man, I wish I knew people who could do that for you.
Yeah. Honestly, though,
he said, "In my DMs are open. DM me."
I listened to the New Day pod with like him and Big E and Kofi, and they did like this, like I don't know, it was like for what's the basketball thing that happens with college every single year, the tournament,
the
whatever the fuck it is,
right, sports.
I don't care about
NCAA.
Yeah, but they did like a ranking with like the best toys of all time or some shit, and I remember they were talking about like Legos or like movies and shit. Like they're like, if there's a Lego movie, we could get casted as like this character, like that character, but like we can't get casted live action, blah blah blah. I'm like, but like, what about games? Like you could 100% be in game. If he was the fucking face character of an Assassin's Creed game, that'd be so cool. Because like, think about like what they could do. They could, because the way they always do with the Assassin's Creed, it's like, okay, you have person in present day that goes back to past. What would be a very impactful thing to have an assassin as a black man?
I'm all for it.
That would be the coolest fucking thing if like we have like Austin Creed or Xavier Woods, whatever we're gonna fucking call you, because WWE, if he's like present day, like going into the Animus and he's going back and like we get some like stuff about like slavery and he's like freeing slaves as an assassin in the guild. Tell me that wouldn't be the best fucking Assassin's Creed game that came out to date.
It's a very empowering game.
That would be. They wouldn't make it because obviously it's like, you know,
you're walking up because
it's a fine line, but it would be such a good game.
It would be good. I just know what the other side.
Yeah, the
certain abysmal people on the other side would.
But that would be such a fun fucking game, dude. It would be so good. It'd be like Django Unchained, except for not a cowboy.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Nice.
Imagine playing a video game of Django Unchained, except for you're an assassin and you're just fucking killing the abysmal people and setting people free. Tell me that wouldn't be the fucking coolest video game ever.
I want to play this game.
Oh, Ubisoft. Fuck.
Do it.
I mean, they did it with the Assassin's Creed 3 with the American Revolution and the Native Americans. Yeah. They could kind of do it. And it would be a really good time period to do that because, like, with like the current day with Black Lives Matter movement,
I think
and then also that
you would get a lot of praise from
the correct side,
correct people, and I don't mean just black people. I mean just
the people
who are
good.
You know, even keeled would not have a problem with this game. They're probably scared of the people like, it's not what I signed up for. Keep politics out of my game. I don't want to play this shit.
Yeah,
you don't want those people.
But fuck those people.
You know, those red hat people. You don't want that.
Red hat? What the fuck? Oh, shit. I understand it now. I was thinking because you were wearing a red hat previously before you put the black hat on. And I was like, why does that matter?
Yeah, those
but it was a different red
people.
hat. It was a red hat that was like sports.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But no, I understand. But also, no offense, fuck those people. That would just be...
for sure.
Like, here's the thing. While that game right now would probably get a lot of flack, 10 years from now, that game needs to happen.
Yeah. It sucks that it has to be 10 years from now.
Well, not specifically. You know what I mean? Like at least
it'll get appreciated 10 years.
I feel like that in 10 years' time, I feel like we're going to get to a point where like the vocal minority of people that are so abysmal are almost like gone. We got to get rid of it. Like we're in a period of time where like wokeness and like that and like being woke about situations and like being on the right side of history is becoming more and more prevalent.
I hope. You know what? I hope so.
Yeah.
And it's just never getting real.
Not to get like super serious in politics,
no.
but it's, like, it's not even politics.
This is a healthy conversation.
Human.
There wasn't a ton more news anyway, but this is a healthy conversation. Yeah. I feel like we should be able to talk about this, especially given the dynamic of this show. Yeah. But as a black man, it's like you would hope that in 10 years that happens, but how many years has it been since other injustices happened?
100%.
It's like the 70s went by, the 80s went by, the 90s went by, the 2000s have gone by, and you would think these people don't exist. You would think these people don't exist anymore, and they do.
Yeah, and that's one of those things where it's like, while it's sad to say the game could not be made right now, it's one of those things that it could. And
it's one of those things where it's like, just
games
fuck it, drop that bomb.
Like, if we have games right now where you can literally run around a city, punch strippers in the face, shoot pedestrians, and drive over them with cars while stealing said cars, you can have a video game that is like so fucking groundbreaking. It's not even groundbreaking. It's just, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, it's needed. Because that story doesn't get told.
So fucking justified.
Yeah, we don't get that story, and we need that story to be told.
And I think companies are too scared to tell that story in video game form.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you do that, in my head, I'm like, there's a right side of history of like just being an ally for the right things, and it's like, if you are that company that comes out and says like, yeah, we're making this and we're gonna do it justice. If you are Ubisoft and you're like, yeah, we're making the Assassin's Creed game in which it tells the story about slavery and like the guy in the present time. It's like, say it's going on in 2021. That's the most prevalent time to have, let's just say we have Austin Creed as the face character. If he's facing what's happening current times and then going back in time and playing as his assassin former self, that's like freeing slaves and slavery, that works so well hand in hand.
Yeah.
And it's just such a good story to tell, and it could be so good. And it's almost as important as Assassin's Creed 3 was to me, because like with the Native American storytelling and how like that was like such a big thing about it. Like you have that, now we have this, do this, like that could work so well.
I agree, and I think it would be great.
Yeah,
like it's weird, man, because there's also like movies where they'll show stuff like that, like you said, Django, and people love Django.
They do. It's like a very big dramatization. That's probably not how you say that word, of something that probably didn't happen, obviously, in history.
Right.
That's what Quentin Tarantino pretty much does with his movies. He like changes history in a way where it.
But we respected him
like
for it because it was like, yes, this is how it should have gone.
You change it so you feel good about what should have happened in history, and you're like, yes, this is what should have happened. This is what we want to have happened, even though it didn't. And like, you have those movies like that, even with like the most recent one he did with like the Hollywood one.
Oh yeah,
Once Upon a Time, how it was like about the Manson killings and shit like that, and how it like pretty much made it so they didn't happen. Like that history is a history that we wanted to happen.
Right.
Do that through games. You can do that, and you can have games mean something more than just Roblox. No offense, like you're not doing anything transformative with Roblox.
Yeah.
You want to tell the right stories, tell them. I think, and that's the perfect medium to do it.
Yeah.
And I very much would love to have Austin Creed as the face character. I think I don't know if he'd be down for it, but I feel like he would like that.
I feel like he'd be
not to
down
speak
for that.
for him, but I feel like that's such
especially somebody
important
who's
story to be told
in the game culture and wants to be even more integrated into the game culture.
We need more representation in game culture all around in general. So like doing something like that would be great.
Certain companies coming out and honestly putting the right foot forward. Of course, Bugsnax.
Yeah,
so much
Bugsnax.
Representation.
There is, and that's the crazy part. Like, how does Bugsnax, the most transformative and most inclusive game that we have right now?
I think, well, like even Deathloop, 2 black protagonists.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that even though the game we're talking about with Austin Creed, like the freeing the slaves, I feel like those games have the right to be made and those stories being told. But I also like, because that was a big thing before too in movies. I know the black culture at one point was like, how come every time we're in a movie it's about slavery or about gang violence or about shit like that? And everybody kind of, movies have evolved now. Where like, how come it can't? We didn't want a movie where it's just black. It was a movie with black people. And the movie was about being black. How come we couldn't just have a family in a movie who happens to be black, but it's just it's just a movie.
It's crazy because I've never even thought of it like that. Because it's one of those things where it's like in my head I'm thinking like I want to see those stories because like I haven't been taught that in the right way from
we just want
history
them
books and
to
shit.
run parallel to those movies.
Yeah.
Which now
Do both. Almost.
Right.
Like, don't just do one. Do both at the same time.
Now, I mean, that's evolved. We got a lot more movies where it's like that. But yeah, like, what's another one? My point is, like, that representation is starting to be upheld. Like, Deathloop's coming. There was another game had a black female protagonist. It wasn't a big game.
Was it that indie one that we were like loving on? I forgot what the hell it was, but it was like she was riding a bike and shit, and she was like painting or like taking photos. Yeah, that looked fucking amazing. Right. I can't even remember the name of it.
But I see the steps being taken to like there needs to be more representation in games. To whereas like it shouldn't be about the character should almost be secondary. It should almost be like, here is a black female protagonist or a black male protagonist. Yeah. But that's just what the character is. But the game is still a game.
Yeah. Damn.
Like so, and movies have come a long way. So I think that
games are right behind it. They might even have to go through that phase where it's like what movies did, where it's like that's kind of what they focus on, and then they move on, and then it's more like that. But it's almost like we're skipping over that phase with games because like we're getting just like straight to like that's not. It's not to say it's not important, but it's not important that they're black. It's just that they are.
Right.
As opposed to being like, this is a story about a black man and the black man struggles and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's almost
like we don't need that in games. It's just like, fuck that. We don't need to do that. Let's just have them be black, which is great.
Right, and they're starting it with like, this black representation of superheroes. Like, look at Falcon and Winter Soldier. Captain America's black now.
Such a good show.
And even though they hit on the tones of being black in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But overall, it wasn't just about him. He got pretty heavy-handed at the end.
Yeah.
But that's
there was undertones, and then at the end, it was just like, yes.
But I feel like it was more on the other side of it. Like, no, it should be this way, and it's not. He should just be taken like a superhero. Yeah. And now they've set him up to where no, he's just Captain America.
Yeah.
And you're not looking at. He's not Black Captain America. He's not Blacked in America. He's just Captain America.
That was one of my favorite scenes where it was like the old man, because they did that in the beginning of the series with the kid. Where he's like, yo, it's Black Falcon. And he's like, no, it's just Falcon.
He's
like,
Falcon.
Are you Black Kid? And he's like, no.
Right, and then, I'm glad they put that in. And then at the end,
it was, I think that was he's like, my granddad said that you were Black Falcon. And I think that was the granddad that the kid was talking about that says, that's Black Falcon. Yeah. And then like the guy's like, no, that's Captain America.
Right.
And that was great.
Period.
Dude, that fucking, oh, God. That show's so good. I fucking love that show.
They killed it with Black Panther, and black people were celebrating when that movie came out.
Dude, I saw that in theaters 10 times with AMC A-List.
It was fantastic.
And here's the thing, like, I love that movie, but it wasn't about the movie for me. It was just being in the theater and experiencing it, or with the people that that movie's not made for me, obviously. It's not for me, and like, as a white dude, like,
but it's still a superhero movie.
But that's the thing, like, it was made to like be like, hey, you guys, like, we know, and like it was more for the black community, like obviously,
because we never got like a super legit,
exactly, and like just being a part of that and like experiencing it, like just like being able to like witness it was such a cool thing, and like going and seeing it that many times. While I love the movie just as a movie because it's superhero and that's what my thing is, like being in the same room as those people and having it be they love the superhero thing, but it's something more to them, just like being in that. Like that, I don't know how to.
That being ingrained in
that aura, like that feeling of the room.
You were surrounded by the culture, pretty much.
Yeah, and like while obviously I'm not technically a part of it, and I know that, it's just nice to like understand on another level, and like seeing that with so many different groups of people, it was so nice of an experience.
That's
like
I loved it. When Miles Morales came out, the game. There was people. I saw a girl on Twitter who's Dominican, and she said when they showed the scene of them walking through the little festival, and she saw the Dominican flag, she said she cried because that's the first time she ever saw that in a video game.
Yeah, man.
But even Spider-Verse was a huge step. Spider-Verse was so. Not only is it a fantastic movie,
dude, I cried that movie every time I've seen it. I've seen it like 100 times.
Like the representation. Like for me, it was like when I went to see it with Trenton. It felt good to be in the theater, and I was like, yo, like, and it wasn't even like, for him, he's not conscious of society and culture and what's going on. good or bad in society. He's just looking at it like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, and that's kind of how I want him to see. I didn't want him to go and be like, oh snap, it's black Spider-Man. It's black and Hispanic Spider-Man. Like, no, he just saw it as like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And when he says the black Spider-Man, he means like his suit. He's not even talking about his skin color.
Yeah.
He has both action figures, and he's just like, do I want to be the whatever what he calls it. Like, do I want to be Miles or do I want to be regular Spider-Man? And but I'm happy that he's looking at it like that. He's not just saying like this black kid is Spider-Man. He's just like, look, I like this Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I don't know. It's just cool to be a part of this time, and like I say it a lot, but like being on the right side of history. Mm-hmm. So it's like, while the history books are gonna be skewed because they were when I was in high school, you can 100% fucking tell that from the shit that we read. Like, being a part of this time and being on the correct side of history, which there only is one correct side in the situation of most of this stuff, and then like in the future it's gonna feel good. Yeah. Just to know, and like if the history books get it wrong, you best be sure that there's gonna be motherfuckers saying shit, and we're gonna be like, no, that's not at all what happened, and then they're gonna have to rewrite so much shit and get it right, and it's a good feeling.
We're at a turning point.
Yeah.
In just the world in general, people are like hypersensitive to things, good and bad. Yeah. But people are hypersensitive in a way where change is happening.
Yeah. And it's good change, at least from what I can see. While there's still definite injustice, I mean, hey man, we're not moving in the wrong direction. There's definitely more movement in the right direction, at least from what I can see. But at the same time, I don't see everything. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, I want an Assassin's Creed game with Austin Creed at the end of the day, even if it's not that story, because we don't need to do that straight up. But like, I think that'd be such a fun game.
Yeah. The podcast I was listening to was the Top 100 Games podcast, and he was a guest on there, and he said the game he was trying to get made, he wanted like a side-scrolling like Streets of Rage type brawler, but their moves are like his wrestling moves and stuff.
I like that.
He said he wanted a mobile version of that, and he was looking for somebody to make.
I feel like
game.
Mobile gaming needs to like be taken more seriously. Like, while there aren't many mobile games that I play personally, like mobile gaming could be awesome. And it probably is, and I just don't know it. But like, hey man, I just want more mobile games. Give me more games to play. But yeah, do we end it on the lighthearted news, or we just move straight to question?
What was the
last one is a funny one about abysmal people as well. That might not be on the right side of history.
Oh no, we got to talk about this.
So, pretty much, there is a thing going on in the culture right now of nerddom and also abysmal people with trading cards, which is technically gaming.
Yep.
So
you gotta feel this one, man.
Yeah. So to put it in perspective, at the beginning of COVID, nobody gave a fucking shit about Pokemon cards, MLB cards, NHL, basketball, anything. Nobody gave a shit. It was just like, you could go to a Target and you could pick up as much Pokemon stuff as you wanted, and it was fine. It was nothing. It was just Pokemon cards. COVID happened. Everyone's stuck at home. And then people started realizing Pokemon is fun, and like bought more and more and more. Then cards started going up in value more and more and more and more. People started grading cards more and more and more and more. And it led into just like this frenzy of like not only collectors, but scalpers, which are the issues.
Always got to be somebody to ruin the shit.
Yes. And so pretty much what has happened as of today of recording, May 14th, Target and Walmart are no longer selling Pokemon, MLB, NHL, NBA, and there's I think one other one, but they're no longer selling those cards. They still have Magic cards, like Magic the Gathering, because there's not really a big thing with that. I'm kind of predicting that that's going to go in a bad direction too, because you can literally walk into Target right now and the Pokemon area is filled with Magic shit. Because like there's just so much Magic
people
stuff.
Are pissed when they see that now.
There are also extremely valuable Magic cards as well. Like you can find some like $500+ cards, like singular cards. I'm predicting since this is happening, Magic's going to go in the same direction. But pretty much it got so bad to the point where people were getting, like workers of Target and Walmart, who are just there to work at Walmart and Target, not to be a collectible fucking card guru. They were getting death threats. There was a stabbing that happened.
People are fucking stupid.
It's really bad. Like it got really bad.
For cardboard rectangles.
Yeah, cardboard, shiny, sometimes not guaranteed rectangles. It's crazy too because it's also leaking into action figures as well. To like my collection, like what I collect. Yeah, it's really fucking bad. Like they announced the Disney Plus line of Marvel Legends figures where like you build Cap's wings. I think I sent you a picture of them a while ago. There's like White Vision, Wanda in the new suit, Zemo, Cap, Bucky, U.S. Agent, I think is the full wave. And you buy them all, you get the wings. They just started showing up on shelves today. I didn't see them at the Target I go to. People have sold singular figures from that wave for $100+ on Mercari, which is my main selling app. Because like I sell stuff if like I want to buy other stuff. So like I'll take stuff from my collection that I'm like, hey, I would rather have this thing. I'll sell this, and then I'll see how much it's selling for, and then I'll sell it for that. Like I'm not intentionally going to be like, oh, well, this was $20 when I got it, so I'll sell it for $20. If people are buying it for like $80, I'm going to sell it for $80. That's just the way it works. It's slightly an investment, like cards. But it's leaking into figures now, too, and it's really bad to the point where my brother yesterday, he was out getting like his outfit for graduation. He stopped at GameStop, and there was... He FaceTimed me, but it was Duo because we have the correct phones.
The fuck out of here.
But
you said the right thing the first time.
Yeah. No. It was Duo. And we're like talking and shit, and he's like showing me the figures they have, and I'm like, I kind of want that one, but I'm just going to hold off for now, XYZ. And he goes over to the card section, and they have these 3 ETBs, which are the big boy boxes of Pokemon cards.
Okay.
And you can only buy one because there's a limit on everything now. And as he's looking at them and he's waiting in line to get them, he looks over to the right, and where he was at the figures, there were 2 dudes, and they were on eBay scanning the barcode of each figure on the rack to see how much they were selling for, sitting on the floor doing this.
That's some bullshit, man.
One of the dudes went over and stepped in front of my brother so that he would hide the Pokemon card boxes from him, even though my brother knew they were there. And then my brother just like reached around, grabbed one of them, and was like, fuck you, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then the other guy grabbed the other 2. And like they're like in the back, like whispering, like, oh, these go for like $100+. They don't. They go for $60. That's why they're sold for $60. People are just abysmal and buy them for like $100 because it's hard to find, but it's not. They were there for 4 weeks. I met up with CLD at the Oxford Valley Mall to drop off a Shredder figure to him that day that he FaceTimed you.
Yeah.
They were there that day. So and they've been there since then. And then I told Ryan about it. I'm like, hey, they're there if you want to go for it. But they may not be. He shows up yesterday, it's been a while since I dropped that off to CLD.
Yeah.
And
a couple weeks.
So they've been just sitting there collecting dust. So Ryan decides to pick one up because he wants one because obviously he collects Pokemon cards. And he's like talking shit to he's talking to the guy at the register, and it was kind of funny. He was like, yeah, like these fucking scalpers, they're pieces of shit, man. Like it was like fucking laying it in. And like the guy behind them was like, yeah, it's kind of getting this way with the action figures too. It's crazy. And he's like, yeah, those people are real fucking assholes. And the guy was just like, yeah.
That'll be $60.
But that's the thing. So that's a really bad thing, in my opinion. There's one tweet that I wanted to bring up regarding this. I don't know if you saw this.
Probably not.
It's going to be ironic because of the person who tweeted it. Do you know who Brian Altano is?
Yeah.
Yes.
IGN.
IGN, video host and producer, writer of comedy stuff, makes shows and podcasts at IGN. So he retweeted the tweet saying that, what's it called? IGN themselves said Walmart and Target are no longer selling Pokemon cards due to concerns with the surge in demand and like the stabbings and whatnot.
Yeah.
He quote tweeted it and said, you can still buy guns at Walmart.
That's all you have to say.
And like, I normally like to say fuck IGN like every single time because like some of their opinions are shit. But like, this has been the best thing that IGN has ever written, in my opinion.
To be fair, Brian Altano's been at IGN for
he's actually really good. I follow him specifically.
I listen to his podcast sometimes.
But like, that's insane. You cannot buy shiny rectangular cardboard with pictures of little like cartoon monsters on them, but you can go into Walmart and buy a weapon that kills people. Put that into perspective for a second. Not only the fact that that's a thing, but the reason you can't buy those cards is because there was multiple death threats, a stabbing, and X, Y, and Z elemental P. Meanwhile, now these workers who are telling all these people that have committed these acts that there will no longer be Pokemon cards can now go to the gun section of their local Walmart and make those death threats an actuality.
I don't understand a world where you can't get a Pokemon card or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're stabbing someone.
Yep.
I don't understand it.
The world is a shitty place, to say the least. But needless to say, you cannot get Pokemon cards there from anymore. It was actually funny because I went to the Target to kill some time before we recorded today, and I found a hidden Pokemon ball container with packs in it. I was like, fuck you, I'm buying it. Because, like, someone hid it, and I was like, no, fuck you. It's $15. Do I want these cards? No.
Where'd they hide it?
They were behind the female Legos. Like, the pink-ass fuck, like... Not to, like, genderize Legos, but, you know, like, the fucking,
pink
like...
aisle. In
Like,
a toy store.
the poly
know what that
fucking
is.
pocket shit. Like,
Yeah.
the super, like, this is girls, like, type shit. And, like, hidden behind stuff. Like, I was just walking through because I was trying to get to a different area, and I see it, and I, like, stop, and I peek back, and I'm like, that's what I think it is. What the fuck? And I left it there for a second, and I went to look for my shit, which there was nothing of. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't have anything for me to get here. Fuck the person who hid this. Because fuck them.
You know they came back and was pissed.
Oh, yeah, I hope they are. The funny part is I didn't get any pulls, to be fair. Which is whatever, but like...
Nah, you had a grander mission to accomplish.
Yeah, it was a fucking mission. From God. To quote Blues Brothers.
Buy the Pokeball, my son.
Yeah. I'm on a mission from God. Anyway, yeah, so that's a thing. I thought it was a lighthearted story, but now that I speak it out loud, it's not.
Nah, well, people are dumb.
Yeah, it was also funny because I went this morning and there were two dudes chilling outside waiting in line. At first, there was nobody when I sent everybody a picture in our Discord. And I was like, look, there's nobody. There's normally like 60 people online at least.
60 goddamn people.
Yeah, and like dudes with their girlfriend,
Keep talking.
dudes that don't look like they've showered before. The refrigerator's running. Go catch it. Pokemon, gotta catch all the refrigerators all. Anyway.
Whoa.
But
This is our favorite version of Pokemon.
yeah, so like these two dudes like showed up towards the end and they look at the sign that's on the wall. It says they'll no longer be selling it starting today. And let me tell you, this one dude that looked like he had never showered in his life before, wearing like one of those like totes that you get, like if you want to like recycle when you go for groceries, throws a hissy fit and starts like stomping on the ground, like legitimately.
How old did this man look?
Like at least 50 to 60. And like overweight, like greasy hair. And like it was funny to me because I'm just like, dude, you're abysmal. And then I wait till 8 because I go to check for figures every morning, get a little bit of walk in before work, you know, get the blood flowing. And fucking, I look to the left and there's actually cards at customer service, ironically. I guess it was the last that they had. It was just sports cards. Each of them were only allowed to buy one thing and that's it, which is funny because that technically means that they're going to be selling cards after the May 14th date because there's still cards left over.
Because you got to supply.
Yeah, so they got to put it on the shelf, so whatever. But fucking, the dude starts walking away, and I'm like just going to the figure section. So I call my brother, and I'm like, hey, do you want this? Blah, blah, blah. Like showing him like some cool Jurassic Park stuff that they got. And I go to the video game section, and I start walking out, and the guy passes me. Let me tell you, the stench of this man. I wanted to vomit.
That's usually the type.
I wanted to fucking vomit. It smelled like this man had doo-doo in his shorts and was just like walking tight ass so that it would not leak down his shorts.
Nothing is.
I was like, bro. And
Grown
then,
ass man, like priorities, man. Priorities. Those cards cannot be that important if your ass stinks.
well, that's
Go
the thing
clean
too.
yourself.
It's like, yeah, but maybe he needs to sell the cards for water. I don't fucking know.
No,
but
no,
like,
no.
that's
You made it to Target, meaning
You drove.
had to come from a location. You had to drive there. Where are you coming from?
Where you coming from, man?
You should
stunk.
be in the soap aisle, not the card aisle.
True. But yeah. It was funny because I was also like on duo with Ryan there too, and I was asking him that. And I'm like, look, there's that stinky motherfucker. And like I said it loud as fuck. It's like, I don't care. This guy's a dumbass. Like, no offense to like people, but like if you're gonna be that way, you're gonna be called out for being a dumbass, Red Foreman style.
Get your priorities straight, man.
Yeah. But needless to say, I bought Pokemon cards today, and I didn't get a pull, and I'm sad. But yeah.
I'm still thinking about this guy. I'm still sitting here like, what? If that's your priority, what are you about to get out of that? Are
To
you
be
getting
fair-
it on? What?
To be fair, like you can sell those things If like you get say he's an actual collector, or like he opens them to sell. If he gets a good pull, he could sell that singular card for the amount that I make in a week at my job currently.
That's fine and all. I mean, what do you get from that in life?
You don't have to go to work. That's the thing. You don't have to go to a 9-to-5 job, clock in and out, sit at a cubicle, do like physical labor. All you got to do is wake up, go to Target, pick up a pack of cards, hope for the best. And if you get something, then you don't have to work for another week. Think about it. It while it's scummy and shit, it's very much like that would be nice.
Like what? How are you evolving as a person? Like, how are you getting...
You're evolving with rare candies like a Pokemon.
Yeah, rare candies ain't... Never mind. I was about to say something really... Maybe not even good enough. Not even good for the show.
Yeah.
But rare candies ain't getting no knocks at your door. You ain't... I'm not looking at you. I'm not respecting you. Like, if you came up to me and was like, I buy cards every week, and that's how I pay my mortgage. Yeah. And that's how I go through life. I'm like, all right, well,
You do you, but take a shower.
Last date you've been on. The last person who walked up on the street to you and said, hey, nice to meet you. When the last time that happened?
I haven't had that happen ever.
You're here with me right now.
Keep it tight. All right. So, moving on to viewer questions. After those two heavy stories, if you're still with us after those two heavy stories, let us know by reaching out to our Gmail, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out, at gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts on those two topics that we just talked about. With the Assassin's Creed game that we kind of pitched that maybe doesn't need to be made, but I would love to play the fuck out of that.
That all stemmed from us talking about God of War and delays, and we never even finished that. We went right into...
How do you feel about God of War or Pokemon? But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just
no, I'm fine with that. I'm just saying it's funny.
It's a time. I want to start off the question section letting everyone know that we did get an email from Anna this week. While it wasn't a question, she let us know 2 weeks from now that Blizzard's going to be showing off some... I don't know if it's 2 weeks. Wait. Blizzard's showing off 2 hours of Overwatch 2 footage, pretty much. This is in the next week on May 20th, so by the time this podcast is out, there will be some Overwatch 2 news that has come out.
I can't even lie. That's surprising given the news we just got about Overwatch recently.
So obviously we'll cover that maybe in the podcast, or maybe we'll make a video depending on how it's shown to us. If it's just a video, we'll just talk about it on the podcast. If it's live, maybe we'll live stream and react to it. But we'll see.
Yep.
You'll know by the time this podcast is out.
Yep.
So there's that. So we saw your email. Thank you for letting us know, Anna. Moving on to Lucas Gerhardt, frequent NGP of the show, sending in us some questions. And this question, he came over to my cubicle at work and said to me, it was a shit question. And then he told me what it was. And I was like, sir, that's a good question.
No lie, I have not had a chance to see any of the questions.
Yeah.
So this is
because it made me think, legitimately. So he said, hey, y'all. In the vein of the question, what PG-13 movie would you put the word fuck into? Like you put fuck into the movie and it would make it better, pretty much. What game do you think would benefit from a few curses in it? Any particular lines come to mind? And he says, I personally think The Last of Us 1 would benefit from a little. And then it made me think, did The Last of Us 1 not have curses in it? But then, in my head,
I think it had, shit.
Yeah, because I remember Ellie saying, shit, when something happens. Or, Joel saying it.
Yeah.
But, there's nothing, super profane, fuck, or, technically, God damn it is on the same level as fuck for some things. But,
because of God.
Yeah.
Quote, unquote.
That's the funny... you ever hear I Write Sins, Not Tragedy on the radio? I chime in.
Haven't ever heard of.
Yeah. So they mute the word God and not damn in the radio version.
That makes sense.
Which is weird to me, because I'm
because damn can be said on the radio.
Yeah, but if you mute damn, then it's fine. You know what I mean? But you're muting the word God.
At that point, just re-record that part of the song.
Yeah.
Closing the gosh darn door, no.
Ding dang door, no. Anyway, but what game do you think would benefit from a little bit of profanity?
That's a hard question because I feel like the games that need profanity have profanity.
Mario Odyssey.
Mario crossed my head, but only as a joke.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here.
It's a me, fucking Mario.
Mario! He's like, fuck. Again?
And then Luigi's like, get your fucking bitch.
Here we go again.
Yeah, right. Gabagoo. Anyway, but no, I was thinking Spider-Man.
With a fuck in it?
With a little bit of cursing, because here's the thing. In the comics with Spider-Man, like, the thing with him is that he pulls his punches. Because he is so much stronger than he actually acts like he is in, like, the actual, like, comics and shit. Because he's not trying to kill anybody. But if you do something fucked up enough to him, he will stop pulling his punches. There's a comic in which I think Kingpin sends like assassins after Aunt May, and he literally comes to Kingpin not wearing his mask and just beats the ever-living fuck out of him within an inch of his life.
I feel like I saw the comic panels. Somebody put them on Twitter or something.
And like he's like, if you ever fucking do this again, I will kill you. I let you live. Just know that. And then just walks away. And like Kingpin's just like fucking like looks like Mark from Invincible in the last episode, like fucking like and shit, like twitching and like fucking bludgeon. Like if that could be implemented into the Spider-Man series where we get Peter to go that far,
I'd love a game like that.
Yeah, because like I feel like the whole game itself could still be lighthearted and like be fine, but then something happens that triggers something in him that sets him off, which I think we could get in the next Spider-Man where we go into the symbiote saga.
Oh, well, I feel like they won't do it.
Well, they won't.
Because kids want to play Spider-Man.
Well, they won't, yeah, obviously. I'm just saying they would make it better. Because, like, you need to show how this symbiote is affecting this man to a level of, like... While the symbiote itself wouldn't necessarily do that in that comic. I think he was wearing the black suit at the time, but it wasn't the symbiote suit. It was the cloth version of the symbiote suit because he got the symbiote off of him, and he's like, I like that suit, so let me just make a cloth version.
Yeah.
Comics. I feel like that would be something that would make sense with this game, is if the symbiote goes on to Peter, and then something happens, like where like someone goes after like Mary Jane, or like someone goes after like Miles' mom or some shit like that, and like he like legitimately almost kills someone, and like just says like some sort of fuck or something like that. And, like, maybe, like, I'm thinking it'd be cool if it was, like, in the next game. Like, while we were saying, what if it was a co-op game, right? That'd be great and all. What if the symbiote attaches to Peter, and then Peter starts getting out of the line, and Miles has to stop him?
Well, that'd be a dope story.
Because he keeps going too far. And it gets to a point where, like, say someone does attack Mary Jane, and something happens to her, and she's, like, maybe gonna die. Like, she's in the hospital, like, could have died type shit. And then Peter knows who did it, and then goes after that person, beats them within an inch of his life, and then Miles is like, no, stop! You can't do this. People are gonna look at you different. Like it's like some fucking like, you know, like the U.S. agent shit in Falcon and Winter Soldier. And then like there's like all these people with like cameras and shit, and like he's like telling them to stop and shit, and then he's like, and he just starts like weeping and like fuck. And like
it would have to be some kind of super intense, passionate scene.
Yes. That, I think, would enhance it so much. Because, like, not only are you, like... Because, like, if he's just saying shit, it's whatever. But, like, fuck has such power to it.
Yeah.
Even though I say it a lot. Sorry, kids. Who's listening to the podcast.
Watching, yeah.
But, it has such power, especially coming from a character like that. Where, like, even if kids do play the game of Spider-Man with the symbiote, and, like, Spider-Man 2, and there's a co-op game and shit like that... Seeing Peter Parker, this pure-hearted, joking guy, going from like what he was in the first game where they saw him into this second game where he starts like that and then evolves into something that's uncontrollable and then realizes where he's gotten to this new low and just saying fuck, I feel like that would resonate even more for kids because they'd be like, oh my god, like he said fuck, like he's really
Spider-Man said it.
And then like obviously then people like Miles more because Miles is the best Spider-Man. No offense, Peter, but sorry. Yeah, I feel like Spider-Man in the sequel, that could be a cool way to... Because just throwing fuck in there, just being like fuck, like that, whatever.
It loses its touch after the third one.
But like if it's like a exacerbated or like a I've lost all hope fuck, like I can't believe what I've become fuck.
I feel like the game either has to be seriously story-driven or... It has to be on like you have to be on your last leg, last resort. Like I have an answer, but it's not like story driven, but
any first person shooter. It could be Call of Duty or Apex or anything like that. But I feel like when you're down to like when the screen goes black and white and you see all like the blood splatter around you and you heal up, you should hear them. You like panicking almost. Like fuck. Like that would be a nice little added.
Yeah, just like a little spice on that.
Like because even the player would get anxiety from that. Like shit. Like cause you're feeling that pain. You're hearing the character audibly panic and hope for their life. You know what I mean?
I honestly that's the thing. I feel like the thing with the story driven is like story driven. It has to be like a meaning to it. Like it's not just like thrown in there. Like it's not like a Deadpool game where we're like a rated R Deadpool game and he's just like throwing out curse words like nothing. Yeah. Like, you know, like even the Deadpool game that came out for PS3, he was heavily censored, but it was kind of part of the game and it wouldn't have been better if he was cursing because then that censor part would have been like not there in the fourth wall breaking. Like I'm being censored. So it's like whatever. But if you do that with Spider-Man, man, ooh, that would be so good. Oh man. I'm like thinking like I don't know any other characters.
I'm thinking of like super story driven shit.
Is God of War curse?
Good question. I don't remember.
I don't think I've ever heard Kratos, at least in the newer one. I don't remember him like cursing that much. But then again, I don't know if in that world that we're in with Kratos, if curses are a thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, English is a thing.
English is a thing, but I don't know if the word fuck is a thing. You know what I mean? Because I feel like that's something not more recent, but like it's not like that time period, if that makes sense.
No. I get what you mean.
Like you're not watching the movie 300 and not Spartacus, whatever the fuck his name was. Leonidas is like, fuck you. Like that's not what's happening.
This is fucking bullshit.
Yeah, like that's not what he's doing. He's like, this is fucking Sparta, kicking the guy into the hole. Like that's not how that works. But like,
bitch ass,
motherfucker.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like that would work so well. Spider-Man. That's my answer personally. And then I do like the first person shooter with the BR, like just showing how your character is like on.
You're a shot. You're one hit from death, and
it's like almost like the medicine.
Life.
Like you stub your toe, you say fuck, and it hurts less. That's statistically proven and actually like tested. So like it's them using that while also healing and like bandaging or something. Like saying fuck is helping them technically. I would almost be cool if like there were some characters that didn't curse in like those first person shooters. So like if you play like say it's Apex and like say Lifeline is like hella religious or something like that, but then Mirage is just like he's pretty much Deadpool but with like jokey and he's like healing, he's like fuck.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It should be it would be cool if it was centered around also what you're doing. If you're just crouching down, that might be like breathing hard and just be like fuck. But if you're holding like the run button, it's like fuck, shit.
And then if he's healing, it gives him a bonus in healing. Because he's saying fuck and he's healing better and he's healing faster with that character. That's a passive ability. But then Lifeline over here, she heals at the normal rate because she's hella religious, doesn't want to curse. That's why she's got that healing bot. Got it. So she's got a little healing bot, tosses that out, and she's healing at the same time. She ain't cursing. She's a good old Christian lady. You know?
For Fortnite puts out a patch that's just like
this fuck patch.
This update is rated MA.
Hell yeah.
They show what season are they on? Are they on 9 also?
I feel like they're on.
I don't know. Let's just say they are. The season 10 patch comes out and the trailer comes out, and Jonesy is just cursing throughout the trailer.
Some motherfuckers.
It's like, I need help. This is some bullshit.
Number 1 victory, motherfucking Royale.
Or the next Mario, like Mario comes through, like seriously fucks up Bowser on some Spider-Man Kingpin shit.
Yeah.
And Peach is in like the cage watching, and after it's over, Mario's just like
his gloves, his white gloves are stained with blood, and
he's not even the one who says it. He's just all tattered. There's blood all over him. His like suspenders are ripped. He picks up his hat, puts it on, and he's walking over to the cage to get Peach out. And Peach just looks at him. She's just like, "Fuck." That would be so fucking funny.
We're going home, bitch.
He doesn't even like come at her. She's just so shocked that it happened. She's just like, "What the fuck, Mario?"
Yeah.
He rips the door off the cage.
Hell yeah.
And Mario just like, "Get your shit."
And then we get like a God of War OG sex scene between the two in like a bathtub or some shit.
Get your shit. Let's go. I'm fucking tired of this.
They got the dude with the camera on the fish string watching them while they're fucking.
Mario just takes his hat off while they're doing it, throws his hat over the camber.
Oh, that would be such a good scene,
Fade to black credits.
Oh, and it says Finn.
Yeah, but the credits, it's Nintendo, so it's happy music, but nah. He throws the hat, it goes over the camera, credits roll, dead silence through all the credits. There's no more laughing, no more sunshine, no music, no nothing.
Hell yeah.
It's just quiet credits rolling, and then the game restarts. It doesn't even give you like, hey, congratulations. Like, no, title screen.
At the end of it, like it's just black for a second, then you hear Peach go, and that's it. That's the end of the game. Then it says thank you for playing.
You hear Mario like, you're damn right. That's it.
Let's go again.
Title screen.
That's what it says at the end. It's like, let's go again? Question mark. Yes, and then you play the game
Before
over
you get
again.
to that end, that last boss fight, the screen comes up like, are you sure you want to continue? The rest of this game is not your typical Nintendo game.
Hell yeah. But yeah, that was honestly, Lucas, that was a great fucking question.
Yeah,
like
we killed that question.
The fact that you thought that was a bad question is sad to me because that was a great fucking question. Like legitimately, like I was when he told me that in my cubicle, like I literally like sat there for a second. And I was like, that's actually a good question.
That's something to build on. That's the kind of shit we need.
Yeah. So if you've got a good fucking question like Lucas did, shoot us an email at savebeforequitting@gmail.com. If you don't have a good question like Lucas and you have a simple question, send us that as well. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It could just lead to conversation that leads to funny moments like Peach going, And if you don't want to email us because email is the devil, as Mama always said, like from Waterboy, you can do it on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram.
Send us a message however you need to send us a message.
Anyway, as long as it's to us, actually.
Right.
And that tag is at save the letter B, the number 4 quitting on all those platforms. Make sure you go over to the Twitch, hit that notification bell for when we go live to play A Way Out again. And then go over to YouTube to catch up what you fucking missed out on the first stream where Ant's face was covering that ass for A Way Out. And then part 2 of Resident Evil 8. Part 3 coming in next week. We're recording that pretty much right after this. Ant's got to go probably check up on things afterwards. I have to pee because I drank a whole bang and some water. In final, buy 5 Gum.
5 Gum.
Avengers Edition.
So far, unofficial sponsor of the show, but we'll get them on board.
They tweeted us one word.
And that's all we needed.
Yes.
Off to the races.
So yeah, do all that stuff. And at the end of all of that, after you're done chewing your 5 Gum, after you're done going to Wawa, after you're done drinking your Bang Energy, make sure you always save before quitting.
Peace.
Hashtag ad. Damn, dude. I feel like we're getting good at the outro. Like, way too good at it.
I mean, it was only a matter of time.
I have to piss so bad.